Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Blueprints. So, there's a lot on my mind. Yo, we're up to $7 in allowance. That's real nice. That's real nice. Um, my goals are the same as they always are. I would love permanent upgrades. I'd love to get conservatory, make things more or less rare. I would love to get the drafting studio. That was super cool. I'd love to just see rooms that I haven't seen before. That's also very cool. Root cellar would be super cool if we ever actually got digging spots. Trading post could maybe like I don't think we can trade something cool for like a shovel. Like I don't think I can turn in something and get a shovel in return. Maybe we. I mean, uh, ah. Let's do the root cellar. I'm not gonna go down there because I don't actually have a shovel. So okay. Uh, get rooms. Get shovel. There's a spot down in the basement where we could dig. At least one, possibly two. Magnifying glass would be very neat to have. That's also, like, there's some stuff we could do with that. Her ladyship's spare room, the den's okay. This is absolutely my most drafted room, which is just funny. It's such a useful room. The nursery's actually kind of tempting. Yeah, let's just do that. Early nursery. Oh, early pair of rerolls. I'm hoping that we don't have to, like, worry too much about steps today. That's great. Let's see where you go while I'm here. Workshop is interesting. Parlor's also interesting. Parlor's very interesting. We'll do that. Ultimately, look at you growing up out of the ground there. After the lab, like, eat an apple, raise your allowance thing that I could have taken, and I was just gonna say, I feel like I should be hunting for lab before I do anything. I see you, apple, over there taunting me. All right. Getting to room 46 would be interesting. I have no illusion about it being the end of the game. It's not. We know it's not. It absolutely can't be. There's so much more stuff in this freaking game. So I'm curious about what's in there and how that's going to direct me on the path to, like, whatever the hell's going on in the secret room downstairs. So there's a lot. But like, there's a lot, like, in a good way. Like, I feel like it's going to be difficult to not make some progress. Kind of no matter what we do. So long as I don't just, like, squander the day completely. But even then. Okay, while drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan, every time you unlock or bypass a security door, next 3 times you open a locked trunk. Add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. Get a random thing, or get 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. I kind of like random stuff. And this is just if we draw the room. We don't even need to, like, choose it. Filling the house with, like, a bunch of aquariums would also be kind of funny. I'm just gonna pick this. Okay. We're definitely going to backtrack at some point. So I'm not too worried about the orange that I left back there. I do also have a couple of rerolls. We could really try to connect some boiler room stuff here. Or I could just like I don't know. Like security or something would be really nice here. Leave an opening, hope that we get like boiler room, and then maybe like go do other stuff, kind of thin the drafting pool a little bit. I don't know. Drawing room is also pretty good. Hey, we got a free thing. Hey, we got a free gem. Or we just scrap the lab idea and take the drawing room because it's good. However, we have none gems. Which means it's time for... I didn't grab the... We'll be going back. We'll definitely be going back. We'll take the orange later. It's a lot more obvious when I'm going back the other way. All right. Give me some keys. Or no, give me some gems. The statements on the other two boxes are true. If this is true, then that's all three true, and that doesn't work. That breaks the rules. So you have to be false. So you have to be false, which means one of these is true and one of these is false. Okay. Okay. Because if both of them were true, that makes this true, and that's wrong. That's incompatible. So the gems are not in this box. You're either true or false. The gems are in the black box. You're either true or false. Great. So if you're true that the gems are in the black box, then that also means this is true. The gems are not in this box. It has to be if they're in the black box. And we, as already discussed, we can't have both of these be true. So you're false. And you're also false. That's the only way this works. Oh no, I was wrong. Well, bound to be a first time for everything. What were you? The gems are not in this box? So you're true. Oh, you're true. You're false. Which means that the gems are here? Oh, because they can't all be false. Oh, I see where I went wrong. I was too hasty. Because they can't all be false. All right, well, you know what? I don't want to talk about it. It's a first time for everything. Shut up. Leave me alone. I guess I'll take a key, since I squandered my free gems for the day. Hallway is interesting. I like it. Yeah, I like it enough. I'll take that. It just seems like a little early, but that's all right. I kind of feel like I have to take the chapel because that gives us access to the southern edge there. The terrace would be phenomenal, but this is like a really awkward spot for it. Just in terms of, I don't want to cut off that corner if I don't have to. Man, we had better get a shovel today. I'm all in on hoping we get a shovel. This is not... I mean... Storeroom is not the worst. It's increasingly becoming a room that I don't feel great about drawing or drafting. The extra rerolls could be really nice. And a bunch of extra steps. And even more bunch of more steps. Even more. Okay. There's security. Bedroom closet for just like a bunch of items is also kind of tempting. Security is actually kind of squandered because one of your things is going the wrong way. I mean, 4 items is real nice. So yeah, we'll do this. Yo, oh my gosh, hell yeah! Now imagine if we had the metal detector to combine with the shovel, or the battery and the lever. Okay. I now need to actually look for digging spots. There was one here? Yeah, there's one here. Cool. Alright, oh my gosh, there's so many digging spots. Was there one in the storage room? It's a waste of gold. That's annoying. Oh well. You know what? It's just more money in the bank for whenever I want to cash in later. Okay. I actually am feeling quite good about this day. The ballroom is really interesting. Because that solves our gem problem with an asterisk, so long as our gem problem is we don't want to have less than exactly 2 gems. So long as our problem is I don't have exactly 2 gems, then this solves that. It gets spicy if I want to try to hold more than that, though. The commissary could also be really good too. I'm like trying to also look at our layout. Like I would love to like go up and sort of snake towards the foundation. We may still have, you know, stuff coming off the drawing room, maybe. So maybe we pick the commissary and then like head back, or the ballroom and then head back. We have so many extra steps today. So what if this is our way forward over here? The ballroom's kind of a dead end. Then we have to like backtrack quite a bit to get to the ballroom to get our 2 gems. I'm gonna take the commissary. This might be a bad choice, but I'm gonna take the commissary. I would love to just have the commissary down and know what's for sale. That is very valuable to me. Ooh, an upgrade disc. These prices are all out of whack. Why does it say 15? It says 10 for a key, but here it says 5. I don't know why these are all out of whack. This doesn't make sense. This seems to be the price that they're charging. Based on just the other day. Day 20, day 21, 50% off. Well, well, well. Okay, an upgrade disc. I like that a lot. We will have to avoid the red room for a little bit. I know there were some more spots to dig. We could also just go out and dig in the root cellar. Let's just do that. I'm here. May as well. I'll have to, like, as we sort of wind through our day. So okay. Now that I have the shovel, I'm a little bummed that there's no magnifying glass for sale, but, you know, we can perhaps still pick it up at some point. I'm hoping we get the magnifying glass because now that I have the shovel, I really, really, really want to go down into the basement and try digging up the 1 or maybe 2 buried floor plans. No sign has been found yet. Why is that underlined in blue? I want to know what's on the other half of that. Okay. Well, we got some stuff. We got some steps. It wasn't like super duper valuable, but that's okay. I do have 8. We can get the upgrade disc. Let's just do that. While I'm over here thinking of it, let's just do that. And then I know that if I really need a key for 5 or a gem for 2, or 4 gems for 5, that's actually a pretty good deal. That stuff's pretty good. And having the root cellar and the shovel means that that's a bit more likely to happen, which would be cool. All right. What are we upgrading today? Ooh. Billiard room. Speak easy. Basic edition. Speak easy. It nerfs the dart puzzle. That's funny. Break room. If you call it a day in the break room, tomorrow you'll begin the day with a staff keycard? What? And then pool hall adds I'm assuming an additional Great Hall foyer and secret passage to today's draft pool. That's interesting. Break room seems like unbelievably good. Just starting the day with a key card? Holy cow, I think I have to. Ooh, bit of a coughing fit. Barely managed to mute myself in time. Ugh, now I need some water. Holy cow. Okay. I was assuming that there was going to be some way to like either get a key card consistently or early. I was not expecting it to be like you can just have one if you want. if you want to walk back to the billiard room. Which I guess necessitates like we got to get it in the first place and we got to like draft our. Oh, that's weird. The candelabra is bent over here. Yo, it's one of the saves. I was just taking a look because of the chair from our fortune again. And I didn't even notice that last time. I'm assuming it's always been like that. I have no idea what date to put on that save. Where I have a list of safes somewhere. Is it in my to-do list? It is. Go to our office. Drawing room. Okay. Okay, that is highly unexpected. I like that. Okay, let's let's just see what you are. The solarium is very interesting. That costs our only gem though, which I'm not keen on. Okay, the break. Oh, they're all just pointed the wrong way. This is so awkward, and I don't want the gymnasium. I'll re-roll again. Rumpus room, the armory. Oh, oh, am I passing on the rumpus room for the armory? It's yellow and black. It's like a castle. It's like an actual castle armory. What the hell? We have to, because it's new. I'm so sorry, Rumpus Room. I would. I also have no money, so that's uh, incredibly irritating, but that's just what we got. Let's do the workshop. Right, dirt piles. Haven't seen any. Um, we'll go back to the armory in a minute, I guess. Hopefully I can get some money somewhere. We got a lot of keys. Okay, this will help us with money. Although we have to get any money first in order to make use of that. Man, we're so low on gems. The den is pretty nice. That helps us a little bit with our gen problem. Man, I would love to get like the office or something. Let's take the gem. No trunks, no digging spots, nothing. So the good news about having a lot of keys is we can maybe go open some of the trunks down in the basement. That would be very nice. All right, what the hell's in here? Cannonballs. Big old anvil. Okay, black chess piece. Ooh, this is our first slash only Black Knight. This is the first one we've seen. That's cool. So there's a shield. Knight's Shield. Once per day while drafting, you can equip the Knight's Shield to ignore the negative effect of any one red room. Do you wish to purchase this item for $8? No. The axe is the one that I don't know what it does, but I was told that that's like the reason that you get this room. Also, I believe these are all can knock the locks off of chests and trunks, and tomorrow morning you gain a star because it's a blunt weapon, but also it's a morning star. That's cool for $8. That's a lot. That's cool. I like that. And you apparently have like limited uses. Holy cow. You may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem cost. Permanently remove the gem cost from one room. What? And you cost 32? That's so expensive. Hold the phone, though. It's a black print. I love that. A stone chamber fitted with ancient weapons and armor from the Second Era. This room appears to predate almost every other room. Almost interesting. Appears to predate almost every other room in the house directory and may, in fact, be an authentic floor plan from one of the lost strongholds of Orinda Ares. That's cool. Oh, Wish I had an easier way of seeing what your gem costs were. Permanently reduce the cost on something. I mean, like, the ones that jump to my mind immediately are like the passageway, which is, it's so common, it's so useful, but it costs 2, which is very expensive. Ooh, a free classroom would actually really help us make use of the classrooms and be far more likely to draft all of them. The green ones I'm not too worried about because we can make those cheap by drafting the terrace. We still gotta draft the terrace, but and then I'd probably want to just do something else that's like really expensive, but I don't know what else is really expensive. Securities 1. Oh, there was a. Oh, we have to have drafted it once to get it to show up in here. That is an interesting little twist. Drafting studio costs 2. There was the. I have never taken it, but there's. Oh, and you're just like a room. You're not even like a found floor plan or anything. That's interesting. There's the. There's like the showcase or the trophy room or something, showroom. There's something like that we saw. There was a shop that cost like 2 or 3 gems to get at or something. Interesting. Also, 32 is horrifically expensive. It's going to take a very long time to be able to afford that. This would be a ton of steps, but not really anything else. That's fine. That also just like gets it out of the pool here. So that's 16 steps. Got a little hamster going in there. Yo, some money. Hey, and we got like a little interest as well. I mean, we're not gonna get to 32 unless we like manage to draft the vault or something, you know? Okay, so they're still north from the commissary. That's still an option. Let's see where the den goes. Wine cellar basically solves our gem problem, and these are just obnoxiously pointed the wrong way. So let's do this. This is fine. I'm fine with this. Nowhere to dig, which is strange and unfortunate. I find it so hard to believe that there's not like any other puzzle or anything in here. Unless there is some puzzle about like, I don't know, the colors of the something. That seems like kind of a stretch though. I don't know. The crest seems important, but again, I don't know. I don't know how or why. The West Wing Hall is probably fine to do here. I kind of want to go back and see what's past the commissary. I mean, a part of me also wants to just, like, leave, go down to the basement. Go spend a bunch of these keys. And see if we can dig up a treasure. was the commissary, wasn't it? Well, that's kind of funny. We've not actually been in the tunnel, so... Yo. Well, that's a bummer. Turnip is nice. Locked trunk is fine. Yo, gems. Oh, nom 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 nom. Give me those gems. A key is fantastic. Coins are nice. More coins, even nicer. The interest is helping a lot. We're... I would love to actually, like, reach the foundation, but... 6, 8, 12. So I want to know if this triggers our experiment. Oh, we didn't get it again. You're only guaranteed to draw it the first time. I guess I'll do the observatory. I would love to have access to the east. And we get some sort of cool bonus effect. And I think you're going to be like a couple of the smaller ones? Yeah. Okay. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today, and we got a free gem. Sweet. Don't mind if I do. Nowhere to dig. I don't think that, like, stuff can be up here, so I don't usually look up here. I don't know. Maybe like loose change or a key or something could spawn up there, but I don't know. Okay, hang on. So the Great Hall is gonna just eat up all my keys, and I don't want to do that. But the Great Hall could... like, it has one of the levers, right? That could get us into the antechamber. I kind of want to try the rotunda just because I am flush with gems for now, and we've never drafted it. It's one of the couple of rooms we've seen a few times, but I've just never drafted. Servants' quarters also fits exactly that category, but you're a dead end, which is awkward. Let's just do the rotunda, just so I can say that I have been in here. Ooh. Okay. Man, I wish we had the basement key. Bedroom is actually... we can rotate the floor plans? The rotunda's amazing. It's essentially a 4-way room where I can rotate the floor plans to leave. The walk-in closet could be kind of cool. 4 items is pretty nice. Oh, and we get a benefit from her ladyship's spare room. I don't remember what our benefit is, but we get stuff. Oh, 3 gems. We get 3 gems when we go in there. That's not bad. That'd be a refund of everything here. I'm gonna take the bedroom just because I like the steps and this keeps us going. Veranda would be nice, but it is kind of expensive. I'll just take it. Yo, the metal detector. Hell yeah. Do we go make a detector shovel? I don't know. I'm tempted, but I feel like we've already done so much digging that... I mean, if it gets us a bunch more keys, maybe that'd be worth it. That's also so far back the other way. Corridor's interesting. Let's... Let's go see what's going on over there with the West Wing Hall. Ooh. Yes, because... because then we can combine the shovel and make a detector shovel. I'm extremely tempted to go outside still. This will maybe help us get more keys. I know there's a digging spot there. Who knows what else we can do over there. We're gonna want you going that way, at a minimum. There's the corridor, there's the foundation. Yeah, let's just... zoop back. I know I'm doing a lot of backtracking, but I do feel like pretty gosh darn comfortable with all of our step boosters we've got today. Like the early nursery is really good. Man, saving up for 32 for the armory is kind of wild. For the axe. And I know this is cannibalizing our metal detector, so... and our shovel, I guess I should say, so that we can't make, like, the super shovel if we stumble across the battery pack and the broken lever. Cool, great. Glad I did that. That sure worked out real well for me. I'm hoping to, like, stop spending keys. Okay, the rumpus room into just a dead end. However, it is a rumpus room. And it's a lot of money. I mean, if I can save up enough to get the axe, I will 1000% do that. Alright, here we go. Ha 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 ha! Elzora. Alright. Show me the future.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Faintly in the mist, I see a figure. A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths, walking in the footsteps of the past, wandering and waiting, searching for a shadow that will never be cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
So in that courtyard, all the little like torches and statues, like little stone decorations and stuff, all were suspiciously five-sided. So that would tie it back to Fen Ares, whatever it was originally. So there, that's like political intrigue town. What the hell's going on with that? Why are we maybe leaving the mansion at some point? Or is that just part of the mansion? Is that like behind the mansion? Just gonna do the pantry. Ew. Ew. Because four directional rooms are so common. Man, the game really wants me to pick the Great Hall, huh? It's like, hey, 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 how do you feel about room 46? Hey. Hey, you wanna go to room 46? I mean, let's do this. It costs a gem, it refunds 2 gems. I'm getting anxious about our keys that we're running low on. It sucks that we're wasted like one of the doors here, one of the directions. We could just buy the axe, which is interesting. I genuinely feel like I need to like contemplate this because I from what I saw on Reddit, my brief little journey to figure out which chess piece blessing we should take. The reason I settled on knight is you want knight because you want to use the axe until you can't use it anymore, which is apparently like just like 3 uses or something, and then you're done. And then you can no longer get the axe, so then you swap to something else. I didn't know what it does. Now I do, and now I want it. But 3 permanent changes, like that's a bit spicy. Making the vault free would also be interesting, especially if we could like make you not rare. I forgot the vault costed so much. The drawing room, library doesn't cost anything. Chamber of Mirrors doesn't cost anything, but it's rare AF. Boiler room is stupid and I hate it. Lab costs 1. Security costs 1. Things that only cost 1, I'm not too concerned with. Other than sort of the knock-on effect of like the green rooms I'm also not too concerned with. Although getting like the cloister might be good. Green rooms I'm not concerned with because of the terrace. So if we can get the terrace, Be nice if you were more common, but if we can get the terrace, then green rooms don't cost anything, so that just negates that. We haven't gotten the foyer. The passageway becoming cheap is kind of tempting. A lot of these don't cost anything or don't cost much. So I think there's going to be other, like, very expensive rooms. Like, we haven't seen... ballroom costing 2 is irrelevant. If I have 2, then I can get in there and get back to 2. I have not seen... There's, like, the attic, which was mentioned in one of the drafting books. The one that we checked out from the library. Since the attic had a lot of items, the walk-in closet has 4 items and costs 1. The attic probably costs a couple gems. That's just kind of an educated guess. A cheap vault is, like, really tempting. Maybe, like, cheap vault, maybe the classroom. Alright, well, we spent 1 key and we got 2 keys. The boiler room taunts me. I think we just reroll. The cloister being free would be kind of neat, too. Because 3's a lot. 3's actually a lot. Do we draft this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you don't count, so what's left? There's, like... the guest bedroom. There's... we haven't seen the master bedroom. I think that has to be on the east wing anyway. The maid's quarters, which are banished for a week. There's the servants' quarters. Those are both dead ends. What's the other bedroom that I'm missing? Her ladyships, but we're not gonna get that. Ugh. The solarium would be really cool, but I don't really like it just dead-ending us here. Okay, library's interesting. If we could get the bookstore, I would be willing to make some hefty purchases. I'm tempted to even go back and, like, break the piggy bank. Okay, fixed stars. Ooh. My grandmother. Check this out. Her ladyship, Clara Epson. Book. Checkout dates. The fixed stars. January 6th. No. Oh, that's a 9. Before 61, though. And that's Clara Epson. And then... me. I guess I should be looking in the middle here also. So 8, 9, 10, nothing's different. 11, 12, 15, 20. These all look the same. It's exactly the same. It's the same book. It is exactly the same book. It's exactly the same book. Okay. So, anything written in the margins, anything that we could like zoom in on if I had the magnifying glass, anything faint, does not appear to be the case. It's just like, hey dummy, here's the exact same book. Different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. Yeah. Like today, where we could see 2 of them. Okay. Well, that is incredibly anticlimactic. Do we get a bookstore? We're running out of keys, man. I'm not gonna be able to go unlock anything at the bottom. Ooh, game. Ooh, why are you doing this to me? Luxury items for sale. What are luxury items? I really want the drafting studio. I really want to add more new stuff. But we have not been in the showroom. I have a lot of money. I really want to go get that axe. For the sake of my completionism, we're going to do this. Okay. A lot of very fancy jewelry. Okay. That's our great-grandmother's moon pendant, presumably. That's a key. That's a key. That's like Mount Holly. That's like Holly, and then why do you have the triangles for your teeth? That's like a bracelet? Oh. Okay. That's like a jeweled drafting compass. I just want to look before I see what any of these things actually are. Interesting. So, like, I think in the dining room we've seen sort of like the 3 overlapping rings. And here they got gems in them. That's just a key necklace. That's art. Paint and pint. We've solved all the art, so not too worried about that. All right, what's in the middle here? What is this? Just like 2 overlapping rings with like a tiny ruler in the middle or something? I don't know. A diamond overlapping a square overlapping another square. I mean, some of these shapes have got to be like... I don't know if clues is the right word, but like references to other things. Yeah, like this is 100% the shape of one of the realms. Do we know what realm this is? Iraja or Iraya. This is where the Epsons are from. Okay. Moon pendant. If you call it a day while wearing the moon pendant, you'll start tomorrow with 2 of the items in your inventory. Holy cow. Master key. So, oh, and you have to call it a day while wearing it, so you can't, like, put it in storage. You can't, like, put it in the coat check. Interesting. Master key opens all normal doors. Holy moly. 80? That's insane. Oh, for 60. You do not have to pay the gem cost of floor plans. That would be phenomenal to have and like put it in storage in the coat check before you call it a day. While drafting, you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. I assume that's every time we draft? We can rotate the first batch. You're 50, you're 60, you're 80, you're 20. Holy cow. This stuff is so expensive. That's very cool. I'm so glad that we learned what all this stuff is, but it is very expensive. I think I still want to try to go back to the armory. We are running out of keys. I can't do the music room. We could do the break room. It makes the foundation a little awkward. Also, just like an excuse for a dead end, I guess. Oh. It's different because we upgraded you. H.S. Sinclair and Ann Babbage are the only two on the estate with network admin access. We know that's false because it's red, but also, Oh. Hang on. Where's his name? Denny Ravane. Didn't he help set up the network? Yes. So he had admin access for sure. And we strongly suspect that he's the one who betrayed the Baron's trust. The death of the benefactor, Baron H.S. Sinclair, etc., etc. Okay. Staff contracts are no longer kept on the highest rank. Huh? We could see their contract somewhere, maybe? That's interesting. It's a bunch of their names. So that... Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... So yeah, that's... Okay. RN and RM... Rules for staff. +1 point per consecutive dartboard solved during breaks. Each week, point totals reset, and weekly leader gets an extended lunch. What a reward. Hang on. Back to my list of staff. So we know KT, Kimberly Thompson. She's a lab tech. Okay, hang on. So house staff. You know what? Let's just take a photo of this. Whoa, okay. Camera got a little wonky there, but so let's insert a column here. Let's insert a column here. So Denny Ravane, we believe, was fired. So KT, Kimberly Thompson, that makes sense. I have no idea who KD would be. There's Randolph M. So he's got to be at the very bottom. So let me insert one more row here. Or column. You know, vertical row. So, KT, RM. So there's Christoph, the valet. That's probably CT, question mark. Hartley. It's got to be H.R, right? So we don't know who KD is. I need to go back and look through like the hovel, which I think is where Denny Ravane was living. But I want to look at like some of these other, like we got to get like into the staff room and stuff. Like, I gotta figure these out. So we also know for sure, like the obvious one is a Anne Babbage. Um, she's like the head housekeep. She has like an official title, but she's just the head housekeep. She is everywhere, everything. She's everything, everywhere. Has admin access. she's she's all over the place. Okay. Uh, KT, I think we know. KD, no idea who that is. AB, we know who that is. RN, no clue. R dot N. CT, I believe, is Christoph, who's the valet. HR, we believe, is Hartley. Don't know anything about him, but we've seen the name several times. He has the servants' quarters. And then RM, we believe, is Randolph M., the lab tech who did the freezer test. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's in so we well, like in theory, I'm having like a very the root trees are dead sort of moment here. In theory, we could try to match the names to the faces from the photo in the maid's room, which again doesn't exist for a week. Uh, but I don't know who all these people are. I don't we don't even know all their names and stuff. So we're missing, assuming that like the guesses like Christoph and Hartley are CT and HR. We're missing two people, KD and RN. Don't know who those are. And then like Denny Ravain had been fired, so he doesn't get to play. Um, Ooh, actually, if we go out to hang on, did I write it down or did I take a screenshot? If we go out to the I don't think I took a screenshot. I have done a good job of organizing most of my notes, but not all of them. So I just got to double check a couple things. I have not. Okay. Um, if we just go out to the orchard, there's the journal that was being kept by the new groundskeeper, presumably the guy who replaced uh, Denny. So, um, can I just, I'm going to just like italicize this entire column here, or this entire row for Denny. Make it clear that he's no longer here. So the either KD or RN might be the new groundskeep. I'm gonna go figure out that name. So this is interesting. I like puzzling together who all the people were. 13. So 8 plus 14, that's gonna be 22. Minus 12 is gonna be 10. Minus 7 would be 3. Times 6 would be 18, which is on the board. 12 minus 4, that's 8. Times 2 is 16. Divided by 16 is 1. Oh boy. 4. I'm just gonna do it in order. My brain is like, oh, 5 and 2 is 10. 4 and 4 is, that's gonna be 1. We'll just do it that way. We'll just do it that way. I said I was gonna do it in order, and then I didn't do it in order. I'm not even sorry. Can I? No. Okay. Wonder if like the shapes and colors there mean anything. Okay. So we have a forward here. We have a forward from the corridor. We have a dead end from the foundation. Well, irrelevant because we don't have security, but this could be relevant. It might just be time to head down into the basement. I don't really like that we're low on keys like this. Man, I was really hoping to get into the antechamber today, but that is just probably not in the cards. That seems to not be in the cards. Do we get the axe? I think so. I think because it is specifically a limited use item, I would like to get that and start using it so that we can have a run, relatively soon where I could try to replace the armory with probably the king, where we can choose like a color to lean towards. That seemed pretty good. The bishop one could also just like help with our money management a little bit while I'm trying to buy out like the bookstore and whatnot. That'd be like another temporary thing. So which one do we want to axe? That's the next question. I genuinely am interested in axing. So, like, the other thing is, I would love to axe, like, for example, maybe do something like the showroom. Except you're 4 stars, you're as rare as it gets. So I would also want to like lower your rarity and make you more likely to be drawn. The classroom I think is good because I think there's like this would help with like a puzzle, and also just make the classrooms like actually useful. They would just actually be useful rooms to draft. They don't cost anything. We can get a bunch of them. I'm very tempted to do that. Does it say that the maid's room has been... Yeah! 3 days before you come back. That's kind of cool. The cloister's a little bit tempting. The vault is another one. The vault would be phenomenal to get... to remove its cost and also lower its rarity. Which I know is asking for a lot, but... We could axe you. A secure on-site depository filled with steel walls and numbered lockers. This fortified strongroom holds a good portion of the Sinclair fortune, despite the fact that several inventories have led accountants to assume the true legacy is hidden elsewhere. 40, and then there's also the keys. This is actually really tempting, but again, I really want to lower your rarity. Ooh. And I'm assuming you're just like a one-use item, right? Permanently remove the gen cost from one room. Yeah, I mean, it would be silly if we could buy it and just axe, like, multiple rooms all at once. You cost nothing. You cost 1, but you're green, so I'm not that worried. So probably the classroom. It's so annoying that we're only removing 1 gem, except that I'm trying to get this 8 times in a single run. So we're effectively axing a lot more than just 1. So I feel fine with that. That feels axed. That felt pretty good. Okay. Okay. This was the wrong way. Gosh, freaking darn it. We could could go buy a bunch of keys, and by a bunch I mean any, and gems. We could buy like a pack of gems. That's kind of tempting from the commissary. Maybe I just go spend all the rest of our money in the commissary. Because we can probably only buy like 1 or 2 keys. Let's... yeah, let's go to the commissary. A set of 4 gems for $5 is, I think, a really good deal. And then let's buy 2 keys if you'll let me. You'll let me keep going as well. And then let's plan on opening just like probably 1 or 2 of the chests that are down here. Yeah. And I'm going to specifically look for... There's the hole digging spot, perhaps. I thought it was just like right over here. I thought it was like right around here somewhere. We could go into the crypt. I don't have the magnifying glass still, so that's annoying. We could go into the crypts and look. I have it screenshotted here. Somewhere. If I can find it in my notes. I know I've taken the screenshot. We looked at the floor plan several times. I genuinely do not remember where the 10 was, though. It was just like in the basement here somewhere. I might need to go into the catacombs to find this. Which could be annoying, but we could do. Are you still pressed? Are you going to allow me out of here? It might also be like we have to see a digging spot or something, right? Maybe there's like some other mechanism for how we do this. Oh, it's all still in like exactly the same state that I left it in. Interesting. Yeah, I guess my brain was loosely like, hey, it's all just like concrete down here. So I wonder if the hidden floor plan is like in like a cupboard or a drawer or something? That doesn't make sense. Because it said buried floor plan. I thought that it was like... I thought that it was like back here. So there might be like we just have to get a digging spot, or it might be like I need a compass and I need to go physically look at the map while I have the shovel. There might be some like combination of things like that. I don't know, man. I was hoping to accomplish something there, but that's all right. Still don't know how to find the basement key for you. Just gonna wander down here and open a couple of these. Let's open like 3 and just hope that we get more keys at some point. Green memos are lies. Oh, does that mean you're a lie? Does that mean they're not lies? The green memos in boxes. It's just another puzzle. It's just another puzzle. It's a puzzle that's going to require me to have like 50 keys spread out over several runs. The green memos in boxes near this box are both lies. Can I just like go elsewhere? Can we just like not have a puzzle? Can I just have like treasure? I don't think I want to spend too many more than this. The sanctum key is in a white box. Never mind, this suddenly seems a lot more interesting. Crap. I don't know if this is locked. The corridor is never locked. But then, like, we're probably just out of keys at that point. Is it worth potentially just ending the run here? I really want to get to that room 46. You're my last one. Oh, you're my last one for reals. Okay, hang on. I need to take a picture of this. I should have taken the picture before I did this. So let's do like true. I'm gonna need to go through this and like actually analyze all of these. Okay, whatever. I'm taking all of these allowance tokens. We will have to remember that this was true. This box contained 3 allowance tokens. Ha ha ha, it changed. That's cool. Okay. So there's maybe like actually stuff down here. There's like allowance. We're up to $13 in allowance. That's like some walking around money. And it's wild how not too long ago I was like, oh no, like a shovel costs 8. How will we ever get that much money? And now it's like 13. Man, give me like 60 allowance. Okay. And we don't have the magnifying glass, so looking at the other map over there seems kind of pointless. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to spend the like 4 steps to... I mean, we're down here, I could. What are the odds that we're going to get either greenhouse and broken lever? Which I'm assuming we could just use the broken lever with the greenhouse lever and make it work, but actually I don't know that for sure. What are the odds that we're going to get a lever and also get up from the corridor and around and into the antechamber? When I don't have a key card, we haven't seen security. I only have 1 key left. It seems low. It seems low, and I'm kind of just... okay coming to terms with that. Yeah, well, when we get the magnifying glass, we'll have to check that thing again. Because I could have sworn that it was, like, over in that corner somewhere. Or, like, over in this corner? Is that ducts? Is this like steam duct? Or is that just more beams or something? That's hard to tell. I don't know. I thought that it was in, like, this sort of initial room of the basement, but just running around randomly clicking on the floor is not doing anything. That's all right. And we are just kind of derping around outside. Let's just go check in the orchard. Still need to figure out what's in you. Still need to figure out how to get past you. RN. Okay. People tab. Staff. RN. Robert Nogula. That's right. He had the silly name. New. Groundskeeper. Took over after Denny was fired. I'm assuming that Danny was fired. When I first came to the estate in the capacity of the new... Oh, we know when, perhaps. Or roughly when. So he's only been here for like a year and a half. Interesting. When I first came to the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, no record of any kind regarding various gardens and green rooms, the house under his care, his rules of his providence, spent the first few months, personal blunders, wished that I'd been gotten even a few scraps of wisdom, make effort to write stuff down. My domain stretches from gate to gate, encompasses the apple orchard, the entrance drive, and the east yard. Fortunately, for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take pride in my work. Only draftable on the perimeter. The terrace, the patio, the veranda, the morning room, the greenhouse, the secret garden is also only on the perimeter. Good to know. Let's just like take a picture of the logbook here. This page in particular. Room tab, room screenshots, orchard, shack. And so there's two things that I want to record here. This is one. The first one, let's go back and get the just this. Gardener's logbook with the date. And I need to like write that date down also. Let's go to like general dates. Do I care about April 10th, 1992? I don't know, man. Maybe. It's so hard to say. Orchard. Gardener's logbook. April 10, 1992. What was his name? Robert Nogula. After replacing Denny. Right. I wanted to take a picture of this. I feel like I did take a picture of this, so I don't know where that went. But we can now just put all of this in one spot, which is fine. So this probably means like I would assume... Oh. So I would assume either the secret garden needs to specifically be only on rich soil or something like that, or the room position is a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. I didn't know gardens could spread fruit. That's interesting. So we probably want to try to get green rooms specifically on the rich soil. But also, like, the barren ground is interesting because there's only one. So I wonder if we want to, like, get the greenhouse exactly there or something. That's a very interesting thought. Sponge pots, gas line valve. Rinna, the angel of gardening. Replace the statue of Arinda, currently in the cloister, with Rinna instead. We've replaced it with a different one. Oh, I've forgotten how to access the inner Garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for the third time. To access the inner area of the cloister. Oh, I also would like to know how to get in there. Oh, okay. That was a good little refresher. I probably should have just taken photos. I probably, like, we're we're at the point, or we're maybe approaching the point where I feel like I should just be screenshotting every page of every note and every book that we read, always, because so much of the stuff is becoming like important cross references. See, you're getting power, whatever you are. I wonder if that like leads to the server rooms or something. I don't know. Server rooms are supposed to just be out east, but they're supposed to be by like the not shrine. I forget what term he used to describe it. Something like that. Okay. Through the commissary, back to the rotunda. We are getting dreadfully low on steps. So our day is swiftly drawing to a close, I fear. So we know the corridor. What do we have? 6 steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're basically done. Or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, like, we could potentially. Oh, and the bedroom's free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know. Let's go for the corridor because there is a hypothetical world where we get the dining room, and it is like both useful and nutritious. Useful in that it lets us like keep exploring. Okay, we know you're not locked. Well, this is kind of terrible. All right, carpe diem. Well, the Geist bedroom. First time in here since it's been upgraded, right? That's, who's that? KL? Just one of the Baron's friends. Oh. I don't think I would be able to sleep in this bedroom. That's very cool, though. I like that we actually have like a genuinely haunted room. All right. Well, I guess we go fish for a single interesting room over there. Because that's it. That's all we got. We're done. All right. Well, all the more reason I'm glad I didn't go mess with the other lever and stuff. I would just be disappointed in myself for not being able to progress further. Not being able to reach. Not being able to reach the antechamber. Right. I knew that. I mean, we could pick the solarium just for the sake of going in it once. Yeah, may as well. This is absolutely a room that I'd love to get earlier. Oh my gosh, it's got one of the puzzle boxes. Oh my gosh. Okay, solarium has a black pawn. Let's write that down. General rooms. Chess pieces. Solarium. Black pawn. Well, a lot of stuff that's irrelevant. Lucky Rabbit's Foot, I could have used you at the start of the day, but that's alright. We're done. It's fine. Got a bunch of extra keys. We'll deal with the puzzle box in a moment. What is this? Mr. Noggula. Oh, this is relevant. We were just reading about this guy. Oh, I'm so glad that this stuff is happening back to back. Mr. Noggula, Anne wanted me to remind you, once again, that it is expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. I have a feeling that you may have forgotten how to open the cloister wall again. So to save you some stern words, I decided to draw you a little diagram to help you out. Who knows? Maybe this time it'll stick. Sympathetically, Bridget. Who's Bridget? Bridget. Is she like the other maid or something? Wrote notes to cloister. In the solarium. Okay. Cloister grounds access. While face to face with the angel, press the base of the two pillars on either side of you. Taking a picture of this. Taking a picture of this. New page, solarium. So this gives cloister access. Sweet. Oh man, so we can go like examine that statue. That's interesting. And now I'm gonna play one of these. So you have the diamond. Ah, we gotta get the green ones in the corners because there's 4 of those. Okay. So what are the rules here? Yellow goes up. Oh. Green goes across. Green just swaps places with whatever's like directly across from it. So the corners cross diagonally. Here you cross diagonally. Here now you two would swap places. You could go over there. You could send you up. You could send you up, and then it's solved. That's a lot of allowance we've gotten today. What is that, 8 allowance? That's pretty good. Okay. That's our art. This is a cool little room. Okay, you know what? I am incredibly glad that I came to the solarium today, even if that doesn't get us anything meaningful. I am very sad. Where is the break room is so far away. We can't get there. I only have 6 steps. We can only get to the hallway. All right, well, no free key card today. The commissary just sold gems, more gems, and a key. It didn't sell any, like, food. That's a bummer. We don't have like the shoe, the shoes, the step savers. I can't like go save my money or anything like that. It's only $5, but okay. I think we just call it a day. I think we just call it a day. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. We're learning. We're learning that I'm just gonna need like 1,000 keys to go unlock all those chests at the bottom. We got another rumpus room. That's pretty good. I like getting those. We got several new rooms. We upgraded the pool room, the billiard room, to the break room. That's gonna be really handy long term, I think. Garden excavation site. Oh, because I dug up 34 excavated dig sites. That's funny. 5 new rooms. So what did we get? The armory is 1. The tunnel is 2. The showroom is 3. The solarium is 4. Oh, and the rotunda is 5. The rotunda is awesome. I'm tempted to axe that the next time we get the opportunity, but I think I would rather axe the vault and try to make that less rare. I really, really want to push for the conservatory. I don't have any control over that, but that would be a very cool thing to get and to like start manipulating rarity a little bit. Okay. I feel pretty accomplished. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for joining me. As always, may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.